Now, I understand the name of the game on YouTube is often to clickbait your title so people will tune in and check out what you have to deliver. This one is not clickbait because I'm going to show you guys how to block any blitz in this game. Any blitz. This is the universal best protection formula you could use in Madden 25 period. Right now, the double mug meta is running rampant. Blitzes of any type can really come in, and a lot of times when you block your running back, they are not too much of a help because when you block them, the offensive line just lets a blitzer come through and they'll shed the running back, or the running back won't get them altogether. But my formula I'm going to share with you guys is something that's going to make it so you guys will never have to worry about this pesky double mug meta coming through the middle ever again. I don't care whether they send 6. I don't care if they send 4. Your running back is not going to be responsible for a defensive tackle or a middle linebacker ever again with this defensive meta. So let's go ahead and talk about what exactly we're going to be doing here today to block the blitz. Before I show you guys the tip, make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Zan Madden YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell and drop a comment below to push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. It would be greatly appreciated. I know this is going to help a lot of you guys out there. If you have other questions about the game, feel free to ask those below. Good question could be the topic of a future YouTube video or YouTube short, which, by the way, I'll be uploading another one later this afternoon. So as we know, the double mug meta is the primary defense in this game. They tried to patch it, and of course they failed. Why wouldn't they? It's what they do. They patch things, say they fix them, and it never ends up being fixed the way that they say it's going to be fixed. So that's why I'm here for you guys. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about the issue with this defense. Now, with this is oftentimes a send 6 defense, which necessitates that you must block your running back. However, when you press and hold the left bumper, you're going to see that this now shows you who everyone is responsible for. And you see right here that the running back in this situation is responsible for the right middle linebacker on the screen. So when you guys snap the ball, what you're going to see is this guy comes through and he's going to insta shed the running back the vast majority of the time. Now, right there, we had a pretty good rep, but if you guys watch the MCS, for instance, you guys would know right away that this defense is still very, very dominant because of this behavior. Running backs in general are not the best pass protectors. It makes it even worse that a lot of players will go ahead and they'll turn this into a 4-man rush, knowing that if they just rush the front 4, that if your opponent blocks the running back, even in a 4-man situation, that player is still coming right through the middle. So then you end up with this 4-man rush beating a 6-man protection because the running back is of no use to you at all. So taking a look right here at this instant replay, we block the running back, and you see that because we do so, this puts him as the player responsible for the middle linebacker. He comes through, the offensive line blocks the other 3 players, but because this is such a huge mismatch, now all of a sudden you end up with this being an insta shed and a sack. Now, of course, I could have done a better job with my coverage on the back end, but that's not the point here. The protection is the point. This is not what we're wanting. So what I want to do here is I want to introduce the blocking formula that you're going to use for the rest of the year against this defense, and honestly against pretty much every other defense in the game, because every single blitz in Madden that is good always relies on the user occupying the offensive line. So let's go back to this 6-man setup real quick. When we take a look at those red lines by pressing L1, you can see this very, very faintly, but if I back up just a little bit, you see that the center is actually looking at Bullard. This is what makes it so that when you guys are in a situation where they send 6, obviously 6 versus 5 is a free runner. So we have to block the running back. So what occurs is when we block the running back, this redisperses all of the blocking assignments with the center still looking at the user. And now the running back is taking on that middle linebacker that was previously the right guard's responsibility. So this is the huge issue with this game right now, is that when you block a running back, oftentimes when they're blitzing, they're going to let a linebacker through. And because this defense is the mug, where these linebackers are basically glorified defensive tackles, now you're letting a player that's right there in the gap through intentionally. And this is going to be easy to apply pressure. But this is where our trick is going to come in, because a lot of players don't realize that what you can do with this is you can make it so the running back looks at anyone in your protection. Now, this was actually hidden behind a visual bug.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
What a shock there. The visual bug with play art that's been in the game for 3 years. I am a little bit spicy because this honestly pisses me off that I have to do these videos every single year, because blocking formulas, you don't know who's blocking whom. And there's always play art bugs where things get stuck and you don't know what's going on. But that's another rant for another time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you guys how to make this work. You notice that I'm going to do a slide protection. The reason I want to do this slide protection is that I want the flame logo on the running back side in the shotgun. And the reason for this is that what we're going to do is we're actually going to then press the A button for ID the mic, and we are going to choose the user. Now, because I have two controllers active, you can see this M logo hopping around as I go left to right. When it disappears, it actually means that it's on the user. In a real game, you're going to be able to see this. And once it's on the user, you're going to hit A to select them. Now, when you press and hold left bumper again, you're going to bring up your play art. And what you're going to see is that the offensive linemen are all now blocking the interior four rushers, the two defensive tackles and those two middle linebackers that are in the A gap, with the running back staring spot on at the user instead of the center. This is the big deal with this blitz that makes this so much easier to block. Now, you're probably saying, okay, well, if the running back is looking at the user and there's still that flame logo, aren't we going to get sacked off that right edge? The answer is no, because the user is not a blitzer. He's there to make the center confused, but we're telling the center to do something specifically, being block that guy in the left A gap. Don't worry about the user. We're going to make that user the running back's responsibility. Knowing that 99.9% of players are not going to manually rush straight through the middle, this is going to make it so when we actually snap the football, the running back is then going to, because the user is not rushing, he's going to look for work. Now, in a six-man scenario, the running back against an edge rusher is not the best thing in the world, but it's better than the guy right up the middle through the A gap. So what this is going to allow us to do is basically snap the ball, block the blitz with a cut block, and then make our read. Now, right there, I didn't set up a route combo really of any type that was meant to do much, but you saw right there, our pass protection was much better. And this is in the six-man blitz context. So again, looking in the dead middle of the field, very important to notice, the center doesn't look at the user. He immediately goes to his target, which is the left A gap. Then the right guard blocks the other linebacker. The tackle blocks the other player that's rushing in the middle. The left guard blocks the other defensive tackle. The left tackle is on an island with the edge rusher. And this makes it because the running back's man is not blitzing. He says, where can I be of service? He turns and he blocks the flame logo. And now we've got this completely blocked. I could roll out. I could hit a man beater. I probably should have hit the dig here on the backside. I could have thrown over the top to Keenan Allen, who got open. But you see that this is much better. And anything that is going to come in is going to be via shed. Okay, this is not going to be a situation where you just have a guy running straight through to the running back and the running back messes up. Now, that's against the six-man version. Most players don't honestly run the six-man version. What a lot of them will do is they will run mid blitz, and what they'll do is they will turn this into a zone pressure. Knowing that you have to respect the threat of a six-man, you're going to block your running back. But again, all we're going to do is block the running back. I'm going to half slide away from the running back. It says he's responsible for the left of screen player. We don't want that. We then tap ID the mic and we move it to the user. So now we go ahead and snap the ball. We block the front four correctly. And then from there, we have time to set up a route combo and we're out. Now, this is where this is very, very important, because this is why you guys watch this channel. This is something nobody's talking about, and this is a really, really bad bug that exists in the game. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up that same blitz, and I'm going to set up my protection. So I'm going to block my running back. I'm going to slide protect. I'm going to ID the mic on the user. We pull up our play art. Everything looks good. Now this is set. Let's go ahead and set up our route combo. I'm going to put B on an in route. I'm going to put right bumper on a streak, maybe use a drag. You know, we're going to go ahead and custom stem. Look at our play art here. You notice something. I've done all these hot routes. Who's my running back now responsible for? He's responsible for the all the way left side screen. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily that the blitz will automatically come in, but this just goes to show you that if you do your hot routes after your protection, a lot of times things reset, and this ends up with the blitz coming in. And this is probably why sometimes you guys think that this blitz is unblockable. It's just something that is unstoppable altogether. The order of operations is that because hot routing will, for whatever reason, another terrible bug that we're talking about, reset your protection scheme, what you guys will need to do is set up your route combo first. Then, once you like what you have, set up your protection. I block the running back, I slide protect, I ID the user, you bring up your play art, everything's good. You bring up your route combos, everything looks good. Now you can snap the football, knowing that your line is blocking correctly. You see that there was a shed there by the defensive tackle or the linebacker, and the running back, instead of being a player that had to block that guy straight up, was there waiting for him to shed. So you take a look right here. Everyone was blocked, no free runner. Now a guy beats our center because he's better than our center, but the running back is there waiting to pick him up, and we have ample time to deliver a strike on a dig route against the man-to-man and walk in for a touchdown. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Too long didn't read. You guys need to make sure that you guys are paying attention to blocking the running back, doing a slide protection to make sure your line is picking up the edge or whatever, IDing the user because the user's not blitzing, and that will make it so the running back will then look for the edge rusher opposite of your slide protection. No more A gaps up the middle straight into your running back's lap. And most importantly, do your hot routes first, your protection last. And from there, you guys are gonna have all day in the pocket. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that thumbs up. If you guys like this content, go check out my strategy website, Gridiron Game Plans. I didn't even talk about it in this video, but I know this is something that if you guys enjoyed this is what we do on the website. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you guys this afternoon with a YouTube short or tomorrow with our next long form upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.